invest like a pro/minimalism? Why is it important in today's world, today's economy? What's my point of view, and why I'm even sharing like why we should invest as a minimalist person overall. I do believe it's important, especially these days, because we are overloaded. We think it's so much stress when it comes to investing because you have pressure from outside, or AI is actually everywhere, so you think you should be more advanced with the investing, which is maybe true, but I want to show you my point of view and how you can make it as simple as possible, and at the same time you can focus on other things as well. With that being said, let's get ready for the video. If you want to talk more, we can connect through calendly.com, which is actually like a platform that I use for personal conversation. And before we start, I want to share as well a small survey that actually my friend is asking me if I can help him out with the program that I have done. It's about selling books door to door, which is not the easiest, but I do believe you can learn a lot about you, about sales, about relationships, and so on. So guys, in 2025, we are overloaded with the information. I do believe, like with all this TikTok, social media, sometimes people think it's not even possible to start investing because it's so hard, so many people were scammed and so on. But I do believe we have to stick to basics, because it's always what makes people rich. It's not that, yes, some of them are like Elon Musk, but most of the people, they get rich and wealthy because they follow some certain principles and they do it for like long period of time. That's what I do believe. I know some people who own quite a bit of real estate, and in States there is so many people, they have thousands of real estate units, and it's quite a bit in order to be very wealthy. You don't have to be new Elon Musk. I mean, if you want to, you can, but you have to kind of play with the cards you have in your hand. It's like poker game, right? I'm gonna share with you three kind of like categories which you can apply. The first one is actually make it very simple. So you don't want to have emotions from the outside world, so you want to make it simple. So what I do as far as investing, whether it's index funds, ETF, like mutual funds, or stocks, or crypto, or real estate, I want to do it without emotions. So when it comes to index funds like S&P 500, you can just set up from your account. Every 15th of the month, money are gonna be transferred to your brokerage account. So it's very simple, you don't have to think about it. That's important. And at the same time, you are not losing money, because if you do the trading kind of part, you might do the fees, you know, there's fees in the evenings, fees in the weekends, especially when you do like leverage trading, right? So you can avoid all this kind of shit, which I want to avoid. I'm not saying you have to do it, but it's important for me not to lose money. Because believe or not, but I did lose quite a bit of money in crypto, and it's not the best feeling, right? Especially when I know I could drive like G-Wagon for that amount of money. At the 25-year-old, it's not bad to drive a G-Wagon, but you know, I can live with a simple Tesla. And that's actually minimalism, that it's not about simple car like I do drive Tesla, or simple home, simple house, but it's about simple investing strategy. It's about simple principles for the life, because in the simplicity, there is the nice thing over there. When it's something simple, it can be more beautiful than something very complicated. Yeah, so that's like the first part, right? You make it like automated, and that's it. Like you don't have to think about it. And the second, I would consider like cut the noise. You know, stop listening people, because if I were to listen to all these people around me, yeah, I'm in the wrong group of the people. I know it. Yeah, I know some guys that are ultra successful and then very poor. I don't know anything between. There is no middle class. Have you noticed that? What is middle class to you? Maybe that's what matters. But literally, to me, I have friends who have millions, just a couple of them, and then I know people who are very broke. They go for 1 or 2 vacations, but they look nice, you know, they spend on the clothes, and they are my age and they don't have anything, right? Which is not bad. I'm not saying you should invest all your money. It's up to you, you know. So cut the noise like from outside of the world. If you do believe, you know, what is important, and you know what is important, then cut the noise. It's hard to do, yeah. I did decline in April, like going for vacation, because firstly, I bought apartment, I bought a couple new cars, you know, because I'm gonna rent them for 1 year. And yeah, vacation is what, $300, $400, $500? I don't even know. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm not going there because I cannot. I have this poor mindset still, you know, when I was so broke, which is not bad. I mean, you can get rid of it later, I guess, but it's a bit harder. And it's good because I'm still poor. I consider myself as a poor person. So, and it's good to consider yourself as a poor person because then you have different expectations from the things and yeah, it's not bad. And at the end of the day, I might be poor when some rich guy who is worth $1 million, you know, sitting next to me would say, yeah, I'm poor because I don't even have half a meal, right, in my assets. So that would be the second, cut the noise. And the third, very, very hard, it's actually FOMO effect. It's very important. Like right now, like all my guys that I know, they are not my friends, but whether are co-workers, they go to USA and so on, they just blow up the money, they buy cars and so on. And you know, it looks good when you are 25, when you buy a Rolex. I mean, I could buy it, it's not that expensive. The one as I want, it's like 10 grand off market. It's submarine, Rolex submarine, but it's like, would I buy a Rolex? I don't even have my place to live, right? I have a couple properties, but it's not for me. Yeah. So I don't see any FOMO effect, and it's a FOMO effect among some people, certain circles around me. You know, maybe in your area, FOMO effect is go and get fucked up every Wednesday and Friday. You know, so FOMO effect is important. It depends how you want to use it. I use FOMO effect in my advantage, that I kind of realize I do good things, and then whenever I feel there is some pressure from outside of the world, I reach out to people that I do believe they are where I want to be later on in the life. So kind of successful people. And it took me a while to kind of get to know them and get to work with them, because I am not friend with them. I don't have anything to offer them, but I noticed like at least lately I know more and more people who are very rich and affluent just because, you know, I don't ask any shit from them, or in a way that, you know, help me to be, you know, become like, give me ownership of your company, or help me to be your partner, whatever, like business partner. No, I never ask it. My mindset is as well, like I want to just show them, and if they want to, they would appreciate it somehow. And you know what, actually it's working pretty well. That's not bad. So FOMO effect, very important. And when it comes to investing, especially in a younger age, the most important thing is that you start to invest, right? Because if you do, it's already a good track, but you have to kind of do it for a while. You have to survive. You don't do it for 1 or 2 or 3 years, but you have to do it for literally like a decades, right? So actually that's not easy. So when it comes to investing, you have to do it, and the quickest thing to do it like without any emotion is just set up some plans and follow it, and you know, don't focus on it. You know, I like real estate, but real estate is not my main business, and it's not gonna ever be. You know, it's just side hustle. You know, yeah, it takes some time to maintain and handle, but I can work on weekends, and I can do, you know, I try to just like have a wider, you know, look on the life. Right now I go visit people, like whether I was visiting guy for a whole day, very ultra successful millionaire, and I was at his company. He has over 250 employees, and yes, that day I didn't make any penny, but you know, that kind of thing and that kind of memory is more worth than anything to me, especially right now, because if I want to really make money, I can like just really easily jump and make like $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 a month right now, but I would give up my free time. You know, I would give up my, you know, my other businesses that I want to do. I can work as an actuary. I would just go into Prague and ask $5 grand, and they would just give it to me like this a month, you know. But then, you know, I would still have to do something else, which I know what I would do, just do side hustles that I continue, and I'm already making $8,000-$9,000. But it's not a lot, right? At least, or my point of view, it is a lot, but at the same time, I think I am capable of more. And if not, then what? At the end of the day, the worst case scenario is that I would just get some income from real estate, right? So yeah, that's how I look at the life right now. So comparison is there is like two investors, like investor A, investor B. Investor A is very hesitant, do wrong decisions. He buys stocks. He's already good that he wants to invest. He buy crypto. He doesn't hold it for a while. So then like he is paying some fees, transaction fees and so on. And there is a consistent investor B. He's buying like S&P, real estate and so on. In 20 years, I did see studies. This guy is gonna outperform like 8 out of 10 people you know, like investor B than investor A, because he stick to the strategy. You got 6, 7, 8% a year. You just have to compound money, you know. 6% a year is not a lot, but if you have $1 million, it's like $60,000 a year. It's a lot to me, in a way that it's passive or whatever. Doesn't mean if it's passive or active, but just point of view. But if you have $1,000, 6% from the $1,000, I think it's what? Like, yeah, nothing. $6 or 60, I don't know. Doesn't matter. No, it's actually $60. It's crazy. So yeah, that's how to invest as a minimalistic guy, minimalistic person. You don't have to be minimalistic if you are not, but at the same time, consider why you should be minimalistic. Because I was talking with a girl a couple days ago, and you know, she's just living in the present. Present is good, but present is for I don't want to say stupid people, but for poor people. Because in present, you know, I can go out and maybe today buy, if I sell my cars, I can buy this Porsche Panamera, right? And you know, I would maybe sell one apartment and I would just pay it in cash, used one, not a new one. It costs like 18 or 100 grand, whatever. But I don't live in present, right? I don't want to buy it now. I mean, it's dream car, but I'm not gonna buy it because then what? Then maybe I would be bored or, you know, exhausted for whatever reason. I want to continue do it like I do, and maybe later I will buy some better car and just not the Porsche Panamera when I'm 25-year-old. But it's always up to you guys. Whatever you do, today I wanted to share with you, like, invest as a minimalistic person, and I wanted to show you it's possible even though we have so many distractions these days. Thanks for watching. If you want to talk more, let's connect on calendly.com. Yeah, thanks for having me. See ya.